Hello? Can anyone hear me? I don't even know if the audio is working properly, but I'm testing it. There is a bit of lag. Please let me know in the chat if any audio is coming through. If not, I'll just call it quits. Hello, Sawyer. Can you hear? Is my voice actually coming through? I don't know. There is a bit of lag between what I say and when it goes out. So take that into account. Right, so, okay. So what can you hear? Can you hear me and the music, or can you hear both, or can you hear one but not the other? Right, let's get this. Okay, good. Well, there's meant to be music playing in the background, but apparently that's not working, so that's a good start. Okay, let's have a look. Just me, right. Okay, let's have a look. I mean, this is my first time streaming, so of course things are bound to go wrong. So, copyright strike due to music. To be honest, the music wouldn't be an issue because the music is from a royalty-free playlist. So the music wouldn't be a problem. It's just annoying that it's not playing in the background, which is a bit of a pain. It's a shame. I wanted that as like some nice calming background music, but if that's not working, then I guess that is actually quite annoying. Right. Let's see if I can get the music working, then I'll have it. But if not, I don't know what the issue is because I've set all the settings correctly, so I don't know what the issue is. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna pardon, excuse me. So I'm going to just start anyway, and kind of see how it goes from there. I'm going to try the music again in a little bit, but if it continues to not work, then I just won't use it. It's a shame. I found a royalty-free playlist of music, of like lo-fi hip-hop that would be quite nice as background music. Okay. So I don't know how many people are going to watch this, yeah, I don't know how many people are going to watch this or be watching it live. It says that we have 5 viewers at the moment, which is nice, which is good. I mean, the whole reason I'm attempting this is because I don't want to make streaming a regular thing on this channel. I just want it to be something I could do every now and then. But if this kind of backfires and, falls flat on its face, then I'll just, abandon it at the door. Besides, I don't even know if this live stream is going to properly work in terms of, me... in terms of me, making it a full-length live stream, because originally I was planning to do like an hour's worth, roughly, but if there's already technical issues and stuff like that happening, then I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to keep it going for a little bit and see how many consistent viewers I get. But if it stays at 5 for a while, I might end it early, just because. So yeah, I'll give it a little while before I properly get started on what I want to do. I didn't really have much planned for this live stream. I just wanted it to be more of like a general chat with me dicking around with Yu-Gi-Oh cards while I talk to whoever is watching. But yeah, again, all depends on how this goes. If you are watching, then I'd love to see your responses in the chat. That would be great. Just so I can talk to people, so I have someone to talk to. Okay, let's see if I can get it. While we're waiting for people, just a couple more. If anyone does end up turning up, I'm gonna again test the music to see if it's gonna work this time. If anything ever does come through, like music-wise in the background, if it does come through, then please, for the love of God, let me know in the live chat, because that would be great. Again, I've started playing the music, so let me know if anything is coming through, because that would be, again, great. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with getting the music going. I just thought it would really make it more like an actual proper stream if I had some background music going, but if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Can't hear any music. Okay, it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. I've got it all set up and everything. So, I don't know why it's not working. Okay. Give me 5 seconds and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I told you it would be 5 seconds. It was boom, I'm gone. Right. Okay, that's interesting. I've just had a message from one of my friends saying that you can actually hear they can hear background music. So, huh. Okay, I think I've got them. Hey, I've got the music working. Yeah, because I don't know what went wrong, but I tried fiddling about with the settings. Okay, so I'm gonna make a start, even though we're 20 minutes in. I mean, it's the first one, so... Again, there's probably a major delay between whatever I do and when it actually appears. So like I'm reading your guys, yeah, I'm reading what you guys are putting in the chat, but so yeah, I'm reading. Sorry, I'm reading what you guys are putting in the chat, and it's appearing as it happens. But in terms of me doing my thing, it will appear later at my end. Right, so we've got about 5-6-ish people in watching right now, which is nice. So I'm going to make a start on what I was going to do for this live stream because it seems to be working now. Yay! So the plan for this live stream was incredibly simple. It was just going to be me going through my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, not to you guys unless you're interested about it, but it's going to be me reorganizing my Yu-Gi-Oh cards while I talk to you guys in the chat. That's literally what the stream was going to be. That's literally it. So if you guys are up for that, that would be great. So yeah, the whole point of this stream, and again, I said this earlier, but I don't know whether I'll make this a recurring thing. I don't know whether I'll make this a constant recurring thing on my channel, but I might make it a thing I do from time to time. So yeah, just for a bit of context, purely because one, I was feeling a bit down, so I wanted to cheer myself up, and two, for childhood nostalgia, I treated myself to this beauty. I don't know if you can see it that well on the camera. Yeah, it's a Yu-Gi-Oh box, of course, it's like, the best way to put it is like reprinted original cards. So like from the original ones that were released back in 2002 and 2003, it's reprinted ones of those. So they're all nice and new and all that sort of thing. And like I said, the whole reason I wanted to get them is because one, I was feeling a bit down and wanted to cheer myself up, and two, pardon me, was that I just wanted a bit of childhood nostalgia flowing through. And in the box, this is not going to be an unboxing, because I've been really impatient and already opened it and unpacked all the decks. But in the box is the original, because I used to watch the anime a lot as a kid, and it has the full-on decks for Kaiba, Yugi, and Joey, which are like 3 of the main characters in the show. So it's got them in it, and that's really goddamn cool, as well as like pretty much a lot of the original cards that were like really rare at the time. This is the book that I did have all my other Yu-Gi-Oh cards in, and they're currently in 2 piles to the right of me as we speak. But what my idea was throughout this live stream is to just, with the new cards and the cards I already have, just kind of redo this book from scratch while talking to you guys. That's literally what the plan of this live stream was. So if you guys are up for that, then yeah, that should be pretty cool. Yu-Gi-Oh in chat sounds like a plan. So my Saturday's been alright, Darby. It's been pretty good. I've been doing bits of paperwork on my computer here and there. We found the other day my granddad's old vinyl record player, like proper old-fashioned one, in the loft, and we managed to get it working again, and it sounds so good. It sounds so good. Yeah, okay, yeah, I like Pokemon as well, Sawyer. I have this book here is full of Pokemon cards. And don't get me wrong, I do like Pokemon, but Yu-Gi-Oh is my thing, is like my go-to thing. And it always kind of has been. But yeah, that is my go-to. Yeah, so what do you guys want me to talk about? What do you want my opinion on? What do you want me to talk about while I do these Yu-Gi-Oh cards? I'm open for anything, to a certain extent. There's obviously certain things, you know, but yeah, I'm happy to talk about anything, especially if it's like film or TV related. That'd be great. But yeah, I'm open for any questions at the moment, so keep them coming. Keep the chat live. So right. And while I wait for some more questions, I'm going to go through these bad boys. Look at that. Look at that. The lighting's not great. Let me fix that. Is that better? I think it looks better. Let me see what it looks like. Oh yeah, that's much better. Why didn't I try that to begin with? The lighting was awful to begin with. You can kind of tell I'm semi-making this up as I go along, because I only figured out how to use and properly work OBS last week, and I wanted to experiment with live streaming, so yeah. I mean, yeah, if you want me to talk about it, although it'd be a nice thing to kind of keep a surprise until the actual video comes out, but I don't mind talking about it. So me and Sawyer have been talking recently, I mean Sawyer knows all about this, about doing another collab like the ones we did last year for Inception and The Social Network. And we're thinking, at this point in time, to do Steven Soderbergh's Contagion from 2011, because it's a very relevant movie. There's a lot of things we can talk about in terms of its themes and its relevancy and that sort of thing. And also any chance to talk about a Steven Soderbergh movie is welcome, in my opinion, because he's a brilliant filmmaker. Ocean's 11 Well, to be honest, the whole Oceans trilogy is great. But yeah, I'm looking forward to when we actually do that, because I don't know when you want to do it, Sawyer. I'm happy to do it whenever. I still need to watch the film first. That's one thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. Look at this. Right, so apologies for the coughing. Got a bit of dry throat. I need to get some water in a second. So, for those of you that maybe don't know Yu-Gi-Oh that well, back in the day, the three most powerful cards, at least back when it first started, were these three. Don't know if you can see them that well. Let's have a look. Yeah. They're called the Egyptian God cards. And they are, like I said, at one point, they were the most powerful cards in the whole game. Both in the show and in whenever, if you ever played the game. But now that I actually own them because of this box, it's just so cool having these cards in my hand. And for context, I was never someone that played Yu-Gi-Oh! I just really collected Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards because I thought they were pretty cool. But I never was anyone who actually fully delved into the game and played it. I saw people playing it in the playground at primary school, but I never actually played it myself, mainly because I never took the time to learn how to play it. So kind of say what you will about me about that. Maybe I had a short attention span as a kid, or maybe I was just lazy, or both. So yeah, keep the chat going. I'd love to ask some questions. I'd love to see some questions. Yes, funny you mentioned that about Exodia, because this box also contains the 5 pieces of Exodia: the head, the 2 legs, and the 2 arms. Again, I don't know if you can see it that well on the camera, but it has all 5 pieces of Exodia in it as well. And when I was a kid, going into my early teens, and I would occasionally buy quite a few Yu-Gi-Oh packets here and there, I always wanted a piece of Exodia but never got one. And now I just have all 5 thanks to this box. So as you can see in the book, I've got the first 3 Egyptian gods, and I'm going to lay out Exodia on this first page as best as I can. It's going to look a bit wonky because obviously you can only fit 9 on a page. So it might look like he's squatting, but at least they're in the book. You know what? For royalty-free music, this music actually kind of slaps. It genuinely does kind of slap. Right, so there's our first page. Let's have a look, see what this looks like on the camera. Yeah, there's our first page. Egyptian gods all across the top, and then Exodia taking up the rest of the page. Now to fill in the rest. Keep those questions flowing, by the way. I'd love to answer some of your questions. My plan is as well, because when combining the cards from the box and the cards in my piles, when I run out of room in the book, my idea is to just go and put the rest of them in the box. We got okay, cool. Right. You know what, I'm going to shove that card there, and then put that card there. We've dipped in viewers, but that's all good, that's all good. For those of you that are interested, by the way, I am working on my next video. Yeah, I am working on my next video, but it's taking a while to write because it is a bit of a monster of a video, to be honest. If you guys are interested, I don't mind telling you what the next video will be about. I won't go into too much detail because I'll save that for the video itself, but if you guys are interested to know what the actual topic of the video will be, then please let me know in the chat if you want to hear what that is. Right. Here, I have a bit of fluff on my screen. That's not nice. For any of you that saw my tweet the other day, by the way, I think my thing for 2020 is to rewatch films I haven't seen in ages. I've already done that with 2 films that ended up being... I mean, I already knew they were good films anyway, but they ended up being just as good, if not better, than I thought they would be. Those films are Zulu from 1964 with Michael Caine in it, and what was the other one? Do the Right Thing by Spike Lee. I'd seen these movies before, it's just I hadn't seen them in ages. Like Zulu, for example, I hadn't seen, I want to say in like 13 years, maybe longer. Like the last time I saw it was when I was a kid. And Do the Right Thing, the last time I saw that was in college. So like 2014, 2015 roughly is when I first saw it. And this is the first time I've seen those movies since then. And they both held up brilliantly, they're both fantastic movies. Yeah, I kind of forgot how genuinely brilliant those cards, but Yu-Gi-Oh! On mind. Yeah, I genuinely forgot how brilliant those films were. Keep those questions coming. Also, if you want to tell your friends about the stream, please do. The more people, the merrier. Get some more of a conversation going. That would be great. That would be ruddy marvellous. That is the wrong pile. That's a good start. Is that the one that I want? Hello, Corey. Hello, nice to have you in the chat. Sorry, because you weren't here for the first part, you just missed me explaining that while I'm talking to you guys about random stuff, I'm just sorting out my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards because I got this box earlier today. And it's brought back so many childhood memories. God, I really do need to get a drink. But yeah, if anyone, like I said a minute ago, if anyone has any questions or if you want to spread the word about this stream, please feel free, because that would be great. The more people, the merrier. God, I'm getting so many childhood flashbacks just from going through these cards. In a good way. Not like Vietnam PTSD flashbacks. Not like that. You see, right, this is the card I was waiting for. This was my boy back in the day. This was my boy. And I lost it quite a long time ago. And I'm annoyed that I lost the original Dark Magician that I had, but now I have Dark Magician again, which is what I like to hear. Also, one thing that I find quite funny about not the cards that I got today, but the cards that I already have, I have like this mini pile here that is either of cards that are pretty damaged or cards that I'm pretty damn sure are fake. Like, look at that one. I know Mystic Tomato is an actual card, but like the print on that just looks so off. Yes, there is a time wizard, but I don't know where it is. Where is it? I don't know if there's a Kurobo. Let me have a look. Right, here's time wizard. There's time wizard. Kurobo. Where is thy Kurobo? I know, I'm pretty sure there is something like that in here. Of course, it's in the last pile that I check. No, I don't think there is one in here. I thought there was, but there isn't. How did I get into Yu-Gi-Oh? I don't know really. I just kind of preferred it to, because like when I was a kid, I said this earlier, but when I was a kid, and even now, the go-to thing was Pokemon out trading cards. But I always preferred Yu-Gi-Oh. I loved the anime. I loved the show. I thought the cards looked so pretty and so cool. And yeah, I don't know why. I just always preferred Yu-Gi-Oh. There was just something about it that I preferred, and I couldn't put my finger on it. The theme tune to the anime probably helped, because that theme tune slaps. It genuinely does. Okay, what cards have we got next? I think I used to have a Kurobo, actually, come to think of it. I used to, but I don't know what happened to it. So just opening up the general chat again. How is everybody? Also, you notice I have one headphone out, and that's because I just find both headphones on my ears uncomfortable sometimes, especially because of these types of headphones. So that's why I have one ear sticking out. We have about 4 people in the chat at the moment, which again is nice. It is nice.
Vamos.
I'm good, Megan. I'm good, Megan. Thank you very much. I am absolutely. I'm fantastic. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Like I said this at the very start of the stream, but then there's probably going to be a bit of lag or latency between what I'm saying and what appears on the stream. So I'm answering your question now, but it probably won't appear for a second. or like a few seconds or that sort of thing. Do you still play the card games? How does it work? I mean, you're asking the wrong person there, Corey, because I've never actually played the game. I've always been someone that collected Yu-Gi-Oh cards purely because of what they look like, because I just like the look of them and, like, you know, because they thought they were pretty cool. Never actually played the game though. I think that's due to me either not wanting to learn how to play it, or just because I had a really bad attention span as a kid. Or both. It could be both. I think so. I mean, on a Pokemon card, it literally just sums it up in a quick sentence, but some of these cards can have like 2 or 3 paragraphs in the little thing at the bottom. Like, what's a good example? I mean, this one's a good example. I don't know if it will show up on camera, but this one has like a full-on paragraph trying to explain what it does. And it's just like, you don't need a paragraph to do that. You just, you know, sum it up in a nutshell. Oh, that's nice. People are making friends in the chat. That's what we like to see. That is what we like to see. I was about to so I saw Corey's message saying, "How are you doing, Meg?" And I was literally about to answer it on Megan's behalf, even though I have no idea how she's feeling. Yeah, I'm an idiot. You need to remember that. I'm an idiot. I need to lean over. Again, I've said this before, but if you have any questions at all, feel free to feel free to throw them my way. Blimey, I cannot. Words don't work. Don't know what I'm on. Okay, so we've confirmed within the last few minutes that 1, I am not Meg, and 2, Corey can't spell. Also, I don't know if you can see this on the camera, and I feel like Lego Go Productions is going to appreciate this. The box also has 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons and... no, wrong side. Yeah, that's the wrong side. A Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Pretty dang cool. No, you weren't, Meg. It was me, Ibble, and Gwen with Corey and Cadence. I can use a credit card. I mean, how do you think I bought these? Huh? How do you think I bought that? I can. That's still the wrong pile, which is good. Yeah, the music is nice, isn't it? It's a royalty-free copyright. No, wait, what's it called again? Royalty-free lo-fi playlist on Spotify. So, as far as I'm aware, this music is all royalty copyright-free. So, hence why I'm using it at the moment. Yeah, the game that, me, Corey, Ibble, Gwen, and Cadence were a part of is on Corey's channel, and it, I will admit, you did a really bloody good job of that, Corey, because that video is really funny. Ow, damn. First we started off with technical issues, and now I banged my elbow. Great. I've got one of the few cards over. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Again, I do like Pokemon, but as a kid and growing up, I was always a Yu-Gi-Oh kind of guy. Still am, as you can tell. That's pretty much 99% of Megan's content on her channel. Either talking about Hosier, which is a good thing to talk about, or just talking about wool, which are both good. Also, for context, Corey, Hosier is an Irish singer-songwriter that Megan is obsessed with. And he is very talented. Wool gremlin indeed. You see, now I've put all the like the really powerful-ish cards in there, or like the really classic ones. I'm pretty much just going for star rating now, because the way I do Yu-Gi-Oh cards in this book is I put them in star order. So like you'll see at the top of the card there's a star rating, and I'll put it in highest star rating at the front, and then I'll put lowest star rating near the back. That's how I do my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, that's how I do my Pokemon cards. Yeah. Hosier is the best man ever live. I will fight anyone who disagrees. He is a very talented and attractive man, so to speak. A little bit, Corey. A little bit. I mean, I would say Megan's obsession with Hosier does kind of outweigh your obsession with My Chemical Romance, just ever so slightly. I would say you're kind of both even, but one does outweigh the other slightly. Oh damn, I forgot to put a really powerful card in. I mean, both are valid reasons and defences for your loves for the things that you like. Listening to Black Parade on repeat, and Megan doing a 10 to 15 minute video about Hosier both solidify your obsession, I would say. I don't know why I've suddenly become the judge of what is deemed an obsession, but I don't know what my obsession. I don't know if I have an obsession in terms, like, in the equivalent of what you guys have. What would I say my obsession is? I mean, Blu-rays is one. You can just tell from that shelf back there. That is a lot of Blu-rays. So I suppose that is one thing, if you want to count that. I don't really like calling that an obsession though, because like I can control myself, so to speak. Right, okay, no, yeah, that is a good point. Ryan Gosling is not an obsession, that is a way of life. If I do say so. One thing I did also say at the start of the video, no, it's a stream. The one thing I did say at the start of the stream is that I am working on my next video. It's just taking a while to write because it is a bit of a monster, if I do say so. It is pretty extensive. Yeah, I feel like you've been working on that Black Parade video for quite a while, Corey. No, that's the wrong one. I'm skipping this track because it is kind of annoying. It's probably the only track I will skip because that was grating on the ears. That is true. That video does require a lot of research, that is very true. I'm getting there with this book, by the way. I'm almost at the halfway point. Just need to find a good card to put here. Screw it, that one will do. Thank you, Corey. That is much appreciated. I don't intend this to be I mean, it's already an hour, so, you know, but I don't intend this being a very long live stream. At least not as long as your Five Nights at Freddy's ones. But this will go on for as long as it needs to. Until as long as I think once I finish the book, that will be the perfect end point for this stream. But yeah, I don't intend for it to be that long, because I've got stuff to do. But yeah, tell as many people as you can about it, which that would be much appreciated. This music it slaps, but it's weird. Nothing will be as long as that, Corey. You know what, I'm going to remove that. Please don't die, Megan. Please don't. Not, at least not for a cardigan anyway. There are better things to die for. Like Hosier. Hosier's a good reason. Also, one thing I like doing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards is if there's like a load of related ones, like for example these four are all Destiny Hero cards, I like to put them all together as well. I think I have another Destiny Hero card somewhere. Where is it? Oh no, it's okay. It was something different. It sounds similar, but it's not. How do I have my tea? Not particularly strong, but like that middle ground where like I would like to say that the tea look like when you pour the milk in, it's like skin colour almost. Where it's not too pale, but it's not too dark. That's probably my preference of tea. Yeah. Also, an interesting question or to start a debate in the comments. And I know there are some people out there that do it this way, but how do you make your tea? Do you put the tea bag in first, and then do you put the milk in first, then the tea bag, then the water? Or do you do it like a sane person and do tea bag, water, and then milk? I will let that debate take over the comments. Okay, that pretty much shot the debate dead. Mug, then the tea bag in the mug. Sugar, hot water, brew, take out the tea bag, add it. That's the normal way. I mean, for me, get rid of the sugar, because I don't have sugar in my tea. But that's the way you're meant to do it. And Corey, that is the normal way of how to do a hot chocolate. That is the correct way and the right way. Okay, I'm now at the middle section of the book, so this shouldn't take long if I just kind of get on with the rest of the cards that I have. Fingers crossed. A hot chocolate. You learn something new every day. I mean, I was just pronouncing what I saw in your comment. Hot chocolate. Is that how it's meant to be pronounced? Hot chocolate. Yeah, hot chocolate. That's what I meant. Yeah. To be honest, we all call things weird things, just for preference or just because none of us are normal. Either are good reasons. One thing I also said, I feel like I just want to repeat it just because, for people who maybe missed it. One thing I think is going to be like a recurring thing for me over this as this year goes on is revisiting films I have not seen for a very very long time. Because this past week I've watched 2 films that I haven't seen in years, and thankfully I knew they were good films anyway, but thankfully they were just as good, if not better, than I remember them being. Those films were Zulu from 1964 with Michael Caine in it, and Do the Right Thing from it's an 80s film. Hang on, 1989. They're both brilliant movies. I've last watched Zulu, I want to say, when I was like a very young kid, or like when I was about 6 or 5, 7, I don't know, around about that time. Yeah, and I want to do that a bit more because there's several movies that I haven't seen for years that in my opinion, may have changed about, so that's why I want to watch them again. Like, what's a good example? There Will Be Blood, with Daniel Day-Lewis in it. I watched that at the end of secondary school, thought it was okay, and I feel like I've been needing to rewatch that movie for a long time, because I don't know if my opinion on it has changed. Well, hopefully it has. Hopefully I like it a lot more than I did. Funnily enough, I have already reviewed Apostasy. I reviewed Apostasy back in 2018 when it first came out. So this isn't a shameless plug at all, but if you want to go back on my channel and watch that review, I think it's one of my most viewed videos actually. But yeah, if you want to go back and watch that review for Apostasy, I really like it. Because it's not just an insightful movie about that topic, especially considering the director is an ex-Jehovah's Witness. It's not just an interesting film in that sense, it's also very well filmed, very well shot, and it's just overall very well presented and very well acted. But on top of that, it's an engaging story that shows you what Jehovah's Witnesses are actually like. If anyone else feels like revisiting that review of Apostasy, then please do. The more views, the merrier. You know what, I'm going to open up another question to the chat, just because I feel like it. My question to the chat is... Oh, what is my question? What is... Right, I had a few good questions at once and they've all kind of jumbled into a mess in my head, which is a shame. But I think I have a couple. So my first question to everyone in the chat is, what is your preferred genre of film, and what is your least preferred genre, and would you be willing to give it a chance someday? I know it's a very weird question, but trust me, I had a few pop up in my head, and then they all just kind of went at the same time because my brain is like a sieve, and it does that quite a lot. I want to get some of these iconic cards in the book as well, even if they are like not very high star rating. Like, I want to get Time Wizard in there, even though it's 2 stars. Action is my favourite, it's not historical fiction. Yeah, no, that's probably my least favourite as well. Like, especially like the kind of stuff you think of when you immediately when you say period piece, and your mind immediately goes to something like Pride and Prejudice or Sense and Sensibility or something along those lines. Those sort of films don't really float my boat either, so I completely get where you're coming from. Romance is, again, another genre I can understand why you're not a big fan of, but if you can find the right films in those genres, then they're not that, they're pretty doable, they're watchable. Like romance in general, one of my favourite movies is actually Before Sunrise, and that's one of the best romance films I've ever seen, just because it feels believable and authentic and realistic, but it's also just a very well made and well acted film, so that's why I like it, on top of it being a good romance film. Comedy is good. I love comedy, again, if it's done right. There are some comedy films that just fall flat on their face. Mainly anything by Adam Sandler. But that being said, his dramatic performances are really good. Like, if you've ever seen Punch Drunk Love or Uncut Gems, that's the other one I was trying to think of. They are really good films, both of them, and they do show off a side to Adam Sandler that is genuinely really, really good. Yeah, romance is very hard to get right in film. And like I said, I don't mind some romantic comedies, especially like British made ones from like the 90s or the early 2000s, stuff like anything by Richard Curtis is a good combination of comedy and romance, like Four Weddings and a Funeral or Love Actually, or what's the other one? What is the other one? I know there is another Richard Curtis film that's like a classic. Let me just Google quickly. What's the other film he did that's like a really good example of both romance and comedy? It might be Bridget Jones' Diary that I'm thinking of, even though it's from a book that he didn't write. But yeah, any of those like British 90s to 2000s rom-coms are actually really good. If a rom-com, specifically a rom-com, can get the perfect balance of romance and comedy without leaning too heavily in favour for one or the other, I think they are really good. Like, again, Four Weddings and a Funeral gets the comedy spot on in almost all the scenes that it has it. But then, when it needs to get romantic or dramatic, it does those brilliantly as well. Another example, 500 Days of Summer. Film that I absolutely love. Not British, American. Especially if you've seen it, you'll know exactly what I'm on about. But yeah, that is a good example of getting comedy and romance just right. There is a really underrated film called I Give It a Year, which doesn't really work well as a romantic film, but as a comedy, it's pretty damn good. I swear I have more four-star cards than that. I think for me, my favourite genre, I don't know. I can tell you what my least favourite is. I probably have to agree with Corey by saying like very stereotypical period piece dramas. If it's a period drama that doesn't feel like a period drama, like I suppose a lot of war films come under that period piece category anyway, because they're set, they're set in a specific period and that sort of thing. In that sense, I like those, but very stereotypical ones like Pride and Prejudice or those sort of things. Not a fan of those. Favourite genre would have to be... dramatic crime thrillers and comedy. Not at the same time, but yeah, those are probably my favourites. This music is still slapping. Right, I'm gradually getting there with this book. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages left. So I'm gradually getting there. I've got a small amount of cards left, but at least from that pile that I have in my hand. Now I'm getting to the point where like the star rating does sort of matter in terms of me putting the cards in this book, but to be honest, I'm just going with what kind of looks nicer to an extent. Where's Magic Jam? There it is. That's the card I was looking for. Yeah, don't mind me, I'm just going through the cards quickly. Alright, what cards we got in here? What genres do you want to make films in the most? Oh, that is a good question. Sorry, I did see that comment pop up a second ago, but I've been going through the cards. I know it's not particularly riveting from your end, but I just wanted to try and, get these sorted. I suppose the genre I want to make the most in, I want to get comedy right. I want to make, I don't know. I feel like sci-fi is too daunting, especially to make a film in that genre. I think the genre I most want to make is like a crime drama, like a good, solid crime thriller. Because I feel like that would be genuinely really, like, if I get it right, it will look really good. That would probably be my go-to genre. Crime thriller. If I can get a crime thriller right, then I'll be happy. What has happened to these cards? I had them all nicely in a pile, but they've kind of all just gone into a clump, which is a bit of a pain. By the way, that reminds me, I do have like a miniature short. It's not, I don't really want to class it as a full-on short film, because it's not. But it is a short that I made just in my spare time. I just went out, took my camera with me, filmed some nice looking things, edited it together with some nice music over the top, and kind of works. Not with much context, but it just kind of works on its own. So yeah, that will be out at some point soon. I want to say in the next couple, like in the next week or so, is when I think I've planned for it to come out. Again, if you have any more just generalised questions about Yu-Gi-Oh, filmmaking, anything in general, if you want to know what videos I have planned, like very loosely, because obviously I only work on one at a time, especially with the new video essay style, I can only really write one at a time. That would be a nightmare if I tried writing multiple at the same time. But of what I might be doing as videos in the future, then please do let me know in the chat, because I will divulge. I will happily tell you about them. You know what? If I was just listening to this music on its own, then I feel like I could happily like drift off to it, because it's quite relaxing. If you get what I mean, it's just quite relaxing music. But that was a really good question, Corey. I actually really like that question. Okay, I have another question for you guys. What is what's a bit of an unlikely question? I'm trying to think of something a bit like a curveball. So I guess you could call it a curveball. My question to you guys is, what is your favourite video game? Yeah, that's my question. Have you considered making a horror short film on your channel? I've thought about it, but I don't. Again, that's like a little bit similar to sci-fi. Similar to sci-fi, that's like a genre you need to get right, or otherwise it's not going to look good. It's going to look very cheap and tacky if you don't get it just right. Which is why I'm a bit hesitant to do horror. I mean, I'd happily give it a go, don't get me wrong. But it's again something you need to get just right, or otherwise it's going to look very cheap and tacky. and I don't quite know how I'd go about it, to be honest. I think the main thing I would think about is what are my limitations and what subgenre of horror works well within those limitations. Because I feel like that's one thing, and this is a little tip for all aspiring filmmakers out there, and this isn't coming from a professional, this is an aspiring filmmaker talking to other aspiring filmmakers here. I feel like once you know what your constraints are in terms of like ideas and what you can and can't do, that's where your ideas can come from. At least that's one of the best ways to think about it. Alright, if I just take those. Alright, the back end of this book looks a bit of a mess because it's kind of all over the place, but the book is full. I apologise for that noise, by the way. By the way, now is a good time. If any of you want let me start again. If any of you want me to cover any specific films in videos, please let me know now, because now's the best time better time than ever to let me know that. So yeah, if you want me to talk about any specific film or any like film or TV related topic on this channel, then please let me know now, because now is probably the best time than ever to, you know, bring it up. So yeah. Yep, the book is full. I don't know, I need to sort out the other cards, but I feel like this live stream has been long enough already. I know because of the delay that there is between me saying something and it registering with the stream. If you guys do have any responses to what I've asked, which is if there are any, basically I'll open this question out not just to now when it's live, but also anyone that joins after the video's gone out. Oh blimey, so whoa, I've just had an influx of comments come through. Blimey. Okay, now I need. Okay, I was just about to end the stream, but I've just seen an influx of comments come through. So let me just address them. Hello, Jack. Nice for you to stop by. Dead by Daylight, Twin Sanity, Pokemon, Mario. Henry Stickman. Okay. Yeah, the Babadook would make for an interesting video, but considering the new style of video that I've got, I need to think of like a specific angle to approach it from, like in terms of either the filmmaking or the themes on show. So I need to think long and hard about that before I start writing or doing that. Yeah, I will be covering Cube soon for Under the Radar. I want to cover another film first, or at least like one or two films first before that, and then I'll get to Cube, because I know Cube is on the top of the list in terms of Under the Radar episodes, but I want to do an Under the Radar episode for Constantine from 2005 and for Human Traffic from 1999 before I get onto Cube. Cube is on the top, near the top of the list, but I will get to it in terms of Under the Radar. Speed Racer would also be good, but like I don't know. I need to either watch it again for my opinion to change, or I need to think of a valid reason to do a video on it before I do a video on it. So yeah, Speed Racer is a possibility, but the fact that I'd have to watch it again to do a video on it kind of makes me not want to, yeah. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just checking something quickly. So yeah, I do apologise if because yeah. Words out of my mouth don't want to work. Unless I'm specifically not seeing any comments that have come through yet, because like I said a few times now, there is a bit of a delay between what I say and what comes through, but also you guys commenting and me actually seeing it. Whether there's a delay in that and someone's just commented, I'm going to end the stream here because one, I feel like it's long enough, and two, I've done the main thing that I wanted to do during this live stream, which is fill this book full of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which is now done. That probably won't be the final selection of Yu-Gi-Oh cards I have in that book. I might come back to it in like a day or two and then completely rearrange it. But yeah, I'm going to end it there, purely because I feel like it's gone on long enough, and I don't know how I'm watching it. Whether that's commenting on it live or commenting on it once it's once it's up, because I know this will save as a video when it's done. But yeah, thank you for watching, especially for my first live stream. This has been better than I was expecting, and I'm so glad we finally got the music working, because for anyone who wasn't there at the start, trying to get the music to work was the biggest pain in the arse ever. But now that it is actually working and I can have it be a consistent thing in my streams, that's great. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. If you liked what you saw here, please check out more of my videos. Most of you kind of watch my videos anyway, so yeah. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I won't make these streams a consistent thing, but I will try and do them every once in a while, just for like either updates or just like little things like this, little relaxed sessions such as this. Again, thank you for everyone who's contributed to the chat, everyone who's watched it. This means a lot to me, and the fact that I've actually managed to get it up and running and there were only minor technical hitches at the start is good. But yeah, I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video that I post, which will... yeah, it's going to be a video about Westworld, the TV show Westworld. So look out for that in the coming weeks. I'm still writing it, but yeah, I'm rambling. I'm rambling. So yeah, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Do what you need to do, and I will see you all later. Bye.